Our next guest is Briony Penn, naturalist, author, educator, environmentalist, and the award-winning author of 5 books. Off you go, Briony.
Well, Cowichan, oh my goodness, you guys are already so far ahead of us across the water. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rob, for welcoming to your beautiful territory, and I also live on your territory, and so we've had our own fights over the years, but I tell you, Cowichan, you've already won the fight. Honestly, you really have. Look at you today. I was going to talk briefly about some of the experiences of our community organizing, and the images of the survey markers really brought home something very personal to me. I'm working with an elder, Cecil Paul Wachade, who is up in the Kitlope area south of Kitimat. And he said to me when he first saw those survey markers in his territory, he said they're as sharp as daggers and you know, feel like daggers in the heart. So we've all gone through this awful process of seeing these survey markers, but they're also amazing galvanizing tools. That's what I call them, because they do gather people together. One of the things that Salt Spring really, I think, took to really sort of demonstrated was that when you work as a community, when everybody does what they can in the manner that they can and they get together, you can really change things. And with regard to the forest, 12% of our island was threatened by logging, and we galvanized. We raised $1 million. We leveraged another $23 million, and every single member of that community did something. And it just today, as I was coming over on the island, this fellow was hitchhiking, and he said, "Oh, hi, we haven't seen each other for a while." And I said, "Yeah, remind me how we know each other." And he said, "I made sandwiches for the people on the blockade." So those are the kinds of things you can do. I don't think you're going to have to blockade. One of the things that I've been working on in the past, and I wanted to mention this just apropos of Mayor, your comment on the need to sort of balance fiscal realities of the municipality, but you might want to look at what the Whistler, the Cheakamus Community Forest did. We worked with the Whistler community, with their Cheakamus Community Forest, and looked at the way that the municipality could offset all their carbon footprint of their various carbon uses in the community. And with that carbon offset, they basically paid for all their forest management. And so you can be really innovative when it comes to forests. It's so easy. Sitting here, you're going to have some of the experts that know how to evaluate the ecosystem services of these forests. Carbon sequestration, of course, is probably one of the most important. These are hard-working trees. I just took four small boys to one of our community town halls, and one of the little boys stood up because we're still having forestry issues, if you can believe it, even in our Islands Trust preserve and protect mandate. Even with that mandate, we have troubles. But one of the little boys came and stood up in front of this big group of people at a community hall, and he said, "The forests have stood up for us, we must stand up for our forests." So I thought that was a great little slogan. One of the most important things, and I can see Guy leering, is that no community also stands alone. The forests don't stand alone. They're connected. They have a consciousness. They're connected so intricately, and you're going to hear about that this evening. But also, no community stands alone. You know that Salt Springs got your backs. We share those forests. We share the view. We share the love of those mountains. So to all of you here, we're with you.
Briony Penn, thank you.